All right, so I just want to talk a little bit about calculators, calculator options that you have, and the functions that you're looking for, and just how to use them in general for our probability combinatoric stuff. Um, in terms of the one you see in the screen, which is the most common scientific calculator I've seen at the dollar store, it does not appear to have any of the probability or combinatoric functions that we're looking for. It doesn't seem to have factorials and the combinations and permutations functions. Um, so in this case, I would probably recommend against getting a dollar store scientific calculator. However, there are a few low-cost options that you can buy. Um, this is a regular price $10 calculator at Staples. It has all the functions you need, so it's a Casio FX260 solar calculator. The functions you're looking for are down here above the 1, 2, and 3. You see the NPR, NCR, and X factorial or N factorial, which is that exclamation mark. Those are the buttons you are looking for to use with the combinatorics and permutations sections that we're going to be working with. So this one here, $10. You see here, this is a $14 model, a Sharp calculator. Again, you see those same buttons, in this case above the 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to press second function and then those buttons. And then, I mean, even up to $20 with the $20 calculator with the Texas Instruments, these guys here, they have the PRB button, it's the probability, and that'll allow you to access those functions in there. So that's another option. But you're perfectly fine getting these types of calculators here that have those functions. I actually like, for a handheld calculator, Sharp has some two-line calculators. If you can find those, they're probably going to be around $20. Those are nice calculators to use in terms of a standard scientific calculator. Now, on top of that, there are some other options that you have online. I've found this one here, so NumWorks. So this is a graphing calculator you can purchase for $99.99 US plus shipping and whatnot. So it's probably going to be upwards of $150 by the time you get to Canada. But what's nice is that rather than purchasing it, you can use it online. So if you go to numworks.com, you can click on the Experience button, and that will allow you to have a fully functioning version of that calculator online. And you can work with it here, or you can hit full screen. And what that does is give you a window, a copy of the window here, full size, and then you can functionally work with everything over here. So you can use the mouse. You can't click up here on the actual screen. You actually have to use it like a calculator and press the buttons. So you can navigate around with the arrows or use the arrow keys on your keyboard. They work as well. But what we'll be doing is some calculations, and under the calculation section has most of the functions. So we go to calculation, OK, and then you can do your regular mathematics. We can access the factorial button right here. It's above the decimal point. So I could do 5 alpha, because alpha is gray, and that's a gray item. Factorial, that's 120. And then I can access permutations and combinations, which are the other features we need. We could do 9. We're going to do a combination of 9, choose 3. So I'm actually going to hit the toolbox here, and I'm going to scroll down to combinatorics. It's got an over arrow here, so I'm going to press over, and then I'm going to select the combination option. Okay, 9, down, 3, execute that, boom, 84. So if I have 9 items and I choose 3 of them in order, doesn't matter, I get 84 different combinations. So this one here you can use, and then as well, if we go back to the experience, you can also download this for offline use. So you can download it, comes in a little zip folder, and you can extract it and use it offline if you don't have internet access on your computer. Another one I found, and you can look up more online, another one I found though is this meta-calculator.com. It had a few different calculators, graphing calculators, matrix, standard deviation. Actually, standard deviation statistics, these are things we'll be talking about a bit later on. But if you hit your scientific calculator here, and then we start that calculator. It has the combinations, permutations, and factorial buttons available. So we could do 5 factorial, get 120. We can clear that. We can do 9, choose 3, close the bracket there, and we get our 84 again. So this is another option. I don't see an offline version of this, but this is available online as another option. And then a few other options that are out there for you include using something like this. So this is about this is an older model, the TI-83 Plus. It's a graphing calculator. The current model is a TI-84 Plus. It's about $125 at Staples, so they're expensive, but they are good for doing calculations when you move into some of the more advanced maths and like statistics and such in university. They're highly recommended. So what we do with these types of calculators, and and this is also the one that I mentioned. There was an emulator for on the cell phone, and we can hook you up with that or help you out with that. But here's how to use it and access those features. So if you want any of the statistics features, if I wanted to do 5 factorial, I'll type in 5. I'm going to press the math button, go over to probability here. So select the probability button using the arrows, and then down to the factorial option. There's 5 factorial, and then combinations. I would do 9, go over math, probability, 9, choose 3, and there's 84. So that's how you use it on this calculator here. There's many in the app stores for Android and Apple. This is one I found for an Android phone. It's called, let me see here, what's it called again? It's called Free Scientific Calculator Plus Advanced. So I found that in the Play Store. And so there are ads in that with this one, but it does actually seem like a really good calculator. It does have the permutation and combination options there. And it also has a factorial function somewhere. It was in a different spot than I was used to. May not directly be on here, but you can do factorial. Oh, maybe it's this fact button here. So if I do 5 shift fact, nope, that's not doing it. So this one here, I'd have to browse around, but there's options out there that have this, and there's other ways of getting the factorial as long as you have the NPR button. I could do that 5 NPR 5. That's the same as 5 factorial, and there's my 120. So this is another option as well. That one I showed you earlier. If I flip over here, the NumWorks simulator, you can actually access that on, I just went to the website here, and you can use this on your phone. It's a little awkward if you have a smaller phone. This is my older phone. It's a little smaller screen. It can be a little awkward, but I can go to calculations, and I can access everything. 9 alpha factorial, and it works fine. It's just, again, a smaller screen. You can use your fingers and zoom in and around in that with it a little bit. So that's another option as well. So there's a few different options out there depending on your preference. And then the last one I want to show you, I know you have access to it because it's with your OneDrive, and that is Microsoft Excel. So if you can download this onto your computer using your from OneDrive, or sorry, from your Office 365 account, or you can actually go to the Excel app online, just like you would a Word document or PowerPoint, And these are the permutation, combination, and factorial functions. So what you do with Excel is that you would type in equals to start to tell the program you're using an equation, and then I'm going to start typing in permute, and will help you complete those. If you press tab, it'll get you set up. Permute, and then I can do, I don't know, 9 permutations with 3 items. This means order matters. If order doesn't matter, we use our combination, so it would be combin 9 choose 3, 84 options, and then if I want to do my factorial, fact 5, not 50. It auto-corrected that for me, so I'll just go back in there. And up in this top bar, I can erase that, 0. Fact 5, 120. So you can use Excel as well. This does regular math. I could do fact 5, and then times is the asterisk, 5 divided by 2, and so that would do fact 5 times 5 divided by 2. And you can do regular calculations in here as well. So those are a few different options for calculators, depending on what you're comfortable with. If you want to use your cell phone, a calculator on your cell phone, again, the only issue is going to be during tests. We're not going to be using them, and that could make for some difficulty. So I highly, highly recommend getting a scientific calculator if you can from somewhere like Staples, or most stores that sell school supplies will have them.